Are you tired of yelling at your kids to get them to listen?
I need you to come to the table, please.
No. After I finish my game.
Do you ever feel like your children have some kind of special superpowers that help to completely tune us out? I'm Sarah Stone, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 ways to get your kids to listen without any yelling. Tip number 1, one-on-one time. Just spending 7 to 10 minutes a day doing an activity or a game that they choose. Anything they want to do, 7 to 10 minutes. And you have to make sure you're mentally present. That means putting the phone away. And of course, one-on-one time is easy if you just have one child. Once you have another one, and the more you have, the harder it becomes, and also the more important. This one tip completely transformed my children's behavior, especially Avery, who was not listening to me or wanting to do his lessons. Literally in one day, I started to see a difference. Tip number 2, the power of positive praise. Let me tell you, I was one of those moms that used to praise my children for everything. I still catch myself doing it sometimes. Every little thing they do. Great job, honey. Oh, that was wonderful. Look at you. You need to save those praises for when it counts. And what I mean by that is when you catch your child listening or sharing or exhibiting any kind of positive behavior, that's when you want to use praise. That's when you want to not just be like, oh, that was great, honey. Over the top. Wow, that was so awesome. Thank you, baby. And then you have to follow up that excitement with explaining what the behavior was out loud. I love the way you're sharing those toys. And then follow it up with a touch. It can be a high five, a fist bump, a pat on the shoulder, or a hug. State out loud what the behavior is and follow it up with a touch. This also is a profound change in my children's behavior, got them to listen in literally 24 hours. Tip number 3, this is a more simple one. I think lots of parents already do this, but sometimes we forget. So tip number 3 is get down on their level. And that means that you are no longer barking orders and standing over them. You're down on their level, eye to eye, and now you're sharing and speaking and talking with them and not just yelling at them to go do things. You make that eye contact, and then you're strengthening your communication skills with your child. Tip number 4, understand the emotions behind the behavior. What you have to remember is that children feel and then they act. And their actions are typically masking all the emotions and feelings underneath. So when your child's not listening or they're acting up or they're misbehaving, oftentimes there's something else going on, and you got to kind of dig in and find out. If your kids are really young, it's typically that maybe they're hungry, maybe they haven't slept well, or they're just not feeling good, or they haven't been connecting with you well. Tip number 5, lose the word don't and no. This is really difficult as well. It takes a lot of conscious discipline and becoming aware of what you're saying, because we're used to saying, no, don't do that, stop that. But negative commands like don't and no require your children to double process. Kids have to answer 2 questions. What do they not want me to do? And what do they want me to do? That can be really confusing. So just tell your kids what you want them to do. Instead of don't hit your sister, use gentle hands when you're touching your sister. Don't climb the table. Please keep your feet on the ground and keep your feet off the table. And tip number 6 is to compromise. This may sound like defeat to some parents, but hear me out. The main reason your child's not listening or acting up or having bad behavior is because they want to assert power. This behavior is simply a way for your children to express that they need more control in their life. For instance, if I ask my children, hey, we've got to go brush our teeth. Come on, let's go to the bathroom. And they say, no, I'm busy. Then I take a deep breath. And then I try to come up with a compromise or let them come up with a compromise. Okay, I'll let you have 5 more minutes playing if you promise to come brush your teeth afterward. I get down on their level, eye to eye. I say that, and they look me in the face, and they say, okay, Mom. I'm not suggesting that you let them call all the shots. I'm just saying that when you compromise, it gives them some more power and control in their life, and they're more willing to listen to what you're asking. Those are 6 quick tips that have totally, completely transformed my children's behavior. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that it always works. I'm not saying my children have perfect behavior, but these things have helped me profoundly. I hope that they help you too. If you like what I have to say, please subscribe. I'm Sarah Stone, and I'll see you next week. Oh God, I'm filming. Hi, are you? I'm Sarah Stone. And tip number, get them to listen, to stop ignoring you so you guys can have.
Come on, Amy.
Let's be this one. Do my girl.